Hi guys, this is Karthik from Caapid Simplified. Nourah and I have been receiving a lot of calls over the last week asking us to give some quick tips on their preparation for a CU interview this Saturday. We've put together 10 quick tips for CU, which will not take more than 2 minutes. So please listen and share this over. The first one, read your supplemental answers. It's super important you are coherent with your supplemental answers because that's where you've truly expressed why you're a good fit with the school. Second, remember to greet them in a memorable way. The way you start, the way you talk about the weather, sport, or family might be a very interesting way you can set the tone for the conversation. So plan and prepare that pretty well. 3. Keep a conversation starter on your background. Maybe a medal, maybe a picture of your artwork, maybe a portrait of your young son or daughter. Just stick that in the wall behind you before which you're going to take your interview. If they look at it while looking at your face, they might ask a question or two about it, and that might be a good conversation starter. Number 4, address the student panelist. Now, while there might be many people on the CU panel, you know for sure that one of them will be a current student of the IDP batch. So remember to look at their name on the Zoom screen and address them through your answers. You can say, like Dr. Akansha would have experienced, I believe CU has this so-and-so. Number 5, find out about one CU community service initiative in detail. While a lot of people would have browsed the website and they try to mention many CU initiatives, you try to dig deeper and deeper about one particular CU initiative. A good place to research this is not the CU website, rather press releases in Google. Type out the certain community service initiative's name, followed by the phrase press releases, and you'll get a lot of interesting information that is published by third-party sources. A very trustworthy source that you can go to is Reuters. Of course, there are other more popular ones as well. Number 6, remember one book, one movie, and one role model at the top of your mind. A lot of people at CU get questioned about what is one recent book or movie they've seen or read. So try to recollect and keep that top of your mind. This answer could be a literal showstopper for you. Number 7, print your CV and inform your interviewer about it. It's completely fine to print your CV and keep it in front of you in the interview, just like you would in a real interview. But make sure to inform your Zoom interviewer that you have a copy of your CV in front of you just for referral purposes. They're not going to hold it against you. Number 8, listen and take a breath before you answer. In the rush of things, because you're so rehearsed, you might kind of shoot back your answer as soon as a question is asked. This makes it kind of annoying for the interviewer because they feel like, hey, you've literally rehearsed that answer. So where is the genuinity in you presenting it? So remember to listen, take a breath, and then answer. You can even add a genuine reaction. If a question is difficult, like tell me about a time you failed, you can add genuine response saying, oh, that's a difficult question, and then begin. Number 8, don't talk a lot about COVID. Just like you, they have been through this very difficult phase in the pandemic. So don't keep stressing that, oh, the pandemic did this, the pandemic did that, how are you coping in the pandemic, and so on. Give them a fresh breath of air, a fresh breath of hope. Let them understand that if they get you into the school, you're going to bring hope into a place that's rather gloomy. Last but not least, number 10, conversations aren't, remember, conversations aren't about saying things that you know. Conversations are about keeping engagement going. And why am I stressing on this? That's because CU judges its candidates entirely based on their ability to make a conversation. You might have heard this over and over again in our videos. Is the person personable? Can I live with the person? Is that person not an asshole? Is this person able to keep me engaged and interested? So instead of trying to get your answers right, try to make sure that you are able to get the interviewers engaged. There's a totally different way you can keep a person engaged even without getting an answer right, and focus on conversations. These are the top 10 tips that came to our minds as you prepare in the last leg of your CEO interviews before 15th of May. All the very best and see you into school.